Okay, we are back with more Dragon Age Origins. This should be a pretty short session here, but so last time I did most of the elf quest, most of the quest to get the Dalish elves on our side. I did not finish it because I didn't feel like I was quite ready to do the final battle. Um, but also something else. Let's turn this sound up. Something else I realized is I never got the Superman sword forged. Right? Yeah, so I'm going to take care of that. And something else I realized is that I was close to having enough dexterity to use this amazing bow, but I wasn't quite there. So I changed around my armor a bit. I put on this Dalish armor, which has bonuses to dexterity. And so now, in addition to showing off my midriff, I have enough dexterity to use this bow. And the big thing about this bow, I mean, you can see it's got great stats all around and bonuses, but the biggest bonus, in my opinion, is the minus 1 second aim time. So in between that and Shale's rock mastery aura, let me just sort of recap the math on this. I think regular aim time. Let me look it up because I'm curious now. Okay, sorry. Regular aim time is 0.3 seconds. Then the aim skill adds 1.5 seconds, so you're up to 1.8. But Shale's aura takes away 1, so now you're down to 0.8, and then this bow takes away 1. Now, obviously, you can't get under 0. I'm not sure what it means to have an aim time of 0, but whatever it means, that's what we currently have because our aim time is minus 0.2 seconds. Assuming that Shale's in the party. Now, it's probably also realistic for me to drop Shale from the party at this point and deal with having a 0.8 second aim time. You know, it's 0.5 more than it used to be. But all right, so yeah, we're gonna get this. We're gonna get this super sword made. Then I'm gonna go to Denerim just to level up a bit, and then we'll finish up. What's his face? The elf quest. I just like saying elf quest.
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
I think maybe there's one more super gear thing I can get that will decrease my aim by like another 0.5 or 1, I forget. And at that point, I definitely can, honestly, not bring Shale along anymore.
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
But I'm not at that point yet. Yeah, I'll take an acid flask. But what I'm really here for is your brother.
You? You're the warden? My family owes you. Any weapons I make, I will sell you for a discount. I have a family full of traders living a soft life, getting fat. I chose to learn the way of metal and stone. It keeps me strong.
Metal and stone.
Indeed, I have spent my life studying steel, dragonbone, and more. I learned all I could in human lands, and exiled dwarves taught me more. Give me the finest metals and materials, and I can make wonders for you.
Well, funny you mention it.
This is star metal. If you give this to me, I will craft for you a thing of legend.
Alright. Obviously, I would make a longsword for Alistair, because two-handed is not good.
Nothing. My family owes you much. And so it shall be.
Which is kind of a waste, because that means he can't use
It is
Blight Blood,
done.
which is also amazing.
I call this blade Starfang. May it serve you well. I must rest after my exertions. Warden?
I guess I would have this would be a crazy build. But I guess I would have the option, and I would need to respect to do this, to actually go strength. And I could theoretically, because I could theoretically double wield. Like Blight Blood and something. I mean, it doesn't make sense. It's just a shame that I'm going to be wasting Blight Blood now. But, theoretically, as a rogue, I can double wield longswords. It's just longswords are based on strength, so it's... I don't know. It'd be an interesting thought. If I were a warrior, that could be a very realistic thing I could do. For a rogue, I don't think it makes sense to double wield longswords when their stuff is going to be based on strength. But it would be insane, because these are, I don't know, probably the two best swords in the game, as far as I know. But I think... yeah, as good as, what's his face, as good as Blight Blood is, I actually think that Starfang is even better. Yeah, it's a shame. Your party is mismatched if you're not a warrior, which I have not tried, and I probably won't ever because I just don't have much interest in it. The warrior skills to me are a little boring, but you know, you pick up 2 rogues, you pick up 2 mages. The 2 warriors that you do pick up are both, not counting Shale, because Shale is kind of a thing unto herself. But the other 2 that you pick up are both 2-handed
Enchantment?
warriors. So, assuming you don't want to
Enchantment.
assuming you don't want to respec them, and respecing is not part of this game, it's something you have to mod in. Assuming that you don't want to respec them, then the only person who can use a one-handed sword or can use a shield, if you're not a warrior in the base game, the only person who is really going to get much use out of that is Alistair. So, and I don't like the idea of respecing my companions. I don't mind respecing for, you know, oh, I picked a spell and it was the wrong, you know, it turns out I don't use it, so I want to pick a different one. I think that's okay. But I don't want to respec Sten or Ogren to be completely different than what they are in the game. Because to me, then they're not a character. They're just a stat line. It could be anybody. I don't like doing that. I would not take someone who's intended to be 2-handed and make them dual wield. Or sword and shield, which is what you would have to do to get someone else in the party who can use a longsword usefully. So yeah, all these things that we had on Blightblood, we're now going to put on Starfang. And I guess I'm going to put Blightblood away. I wish I could think of a way to get this to work. I wish I could
Indeed.
Yes.
think of a logical way to dual wield Blightblood and Starfang, just because, you know, just because the cool factor on that would be so intense. But I can't justify. Oh, I didn't actually equip it. But I can't justify pumping strength on a rogue, because then how are they going to do rogue things? And arcane warriors can't dual wield. That would be fun if you could. So arcane warriors have to be sword and shield basically. So then I could use, if I was an arcane warrior like I was last playthrough, then at least I could have 2 sword and shield guys. So I could use both swords. All right. Let's go, like I said, to... Oh, do I need... I may need someone with... Okay, I think I can change my party once I get there. But I think when I'm in Denerim, I need someone with stealing skill in the party. All right, once I get to Denerim, I'll have to add Liliana, but I can do that at that point. But yeah, there are a few quests where you need certain skill levels in the party, and they're quite annoying because absent these quests, these are not skills I would get. But there's one skill where you need someone who has trap making, so I'm going to put that on Liliana eventually. There's one skill where you need someone who has poison. That was a problem last playthrough, but this playthrough I'm a rogue, so I have that. There's one quest where you need Someone who has 2 survival. That's in the elf area. I'll put that on Sten, but that's going to take a while. But that's never a skill that I normally get survival. And there's... I guess arguably I should get trap making myself. Now that I think about it. Yeah, I need these first. If I get here, then the next thing I take will be trap making. That's fine. That's fine with me. But that's still a few more levels. You know, I want to attack. You know, attacking is more important than setting traps. So yeah, where was I? So there's one skill that requires trap making one quest that requires trap making one quest that requires poison making one quest that requires survival 2, and one quest that requires herbalism 4. So I'm gonna make Margan do that, but that's, you know, that's a very late game thing. And although obviously there are advantages to getting herbalism 4, you can make the most powerful potions in the game, but it's not necessarily something that you're rushing to do. But if you want to do every quest, you have to do it. Okay. All right. Let me do what I just said I was going to do.
Pigeon crap.
Exactly.
Indeed.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he is our maker. They are...
Okay.
are sinners who have given their love.
Take all those quests. Now... Oop. Mr. Enderon? Oh, right. This is the quest. This is the thing where he finds a kid playing. Okay, I gotta play this differently and see if I can get more of a result than last time. Alright. Right, so he appears to have found a friend. This kid.
Puppy.
Okay. So I think last time I said where are your mother and father, which seems like a really reasonable thing to say, but I think it didn't. It resulted in him just running away. Seems like not a great thing to say, so I guess I'll say number 1. He wags his tail. Put him back where he belongs, though you can't keep him. Oh, I'm talking to the dog. If he comes with us, he's going to have to fight Darkspawn. See, all 3 of these are telling this kid to go away. And yet again, all 3 of them are telling him to go away. Yeah, I don't know how I play that so I can say something to the kid. I really want to have something happen in that interaction other than the kid goes away. But I'm not sure what, if anything, I'm supposed to say. Alright, thieves in the back alleys. This I think I can't do yet. And that I think I can't do yet. Go to the region marked. 9 samples of corpse gall. Well, I have some. But I think I only have like 2. Oh, you know who's here? My ex-boyfriend Gorm. That'll be exciting. Okay, I've got this. One of these fights was real. Just yeah, some of these were tough. I forget which because they're all named the same thing. Alright, so this is a random fight. Yeah, let me get back. Oh, Shale's not here. Shit, okay. Well. I have to make do. Oh, I forgot. I missed. Don't run through the fire. Jesus. Well, actually, I guess I kind of have to. Okay. Oh, wow. There's a lot of folks over here. Alright. Back to melee. Oop. There's a lot of people here. A little dirty fight. Ooh, that didn't seem to work. That never happened. Oh, I think I just didn't get it off. Alright, whatever, I backstood.
Be careful!
Alright. It's a big ass ambush. Yeah, I better. Yeah, maybe I'll switch back to the bow now. Yep.
Let us end this!
Okay.
Oh, look!
This guy.
It wants to fight!
What am I missing? You know what? If you guys want to stand in a, just stand in a big circle. Why don't you eat an acid flask?
Blast! Oh, this...
Can I shoot over these barrels?
Nice try!
Yeah.
Tis too easy.
Yeah. That was quite a few guys, but they really didn't hurt us much at all. Anything back here? The only annoying thing was this tripwire, which somehow I missed. Even though I usually can detect traps. But yeah, I'm a little worried because some of these back alley fights are quite difficult. Or at least they were last time. We didn't even get to where we were supposed to get. Alright.
Now let's see. Which one first?
Shoot!
You will run.
My bad. Alright. Well.
Fear me. Alright, battle it is then.
Oh.
Run while you can.
Okay, this person wants to come over here and bother me more again. We'll switch back to melee. Okay, got the dirty fight. And stabby stab. Oh, and level up.
Now we get our hands dirty.
Yeah, where'd this guy come from? Alright, gonna prepare for the backstab. Yep, more guys, okay. Back to the bow. I think I did. I think I died first time in fights like that. Yeah, it's the same back alley map every time they reuse this map. Okay, here's a person. I forget what this is.
Good day.
Good day? That's it? Oh, yeah, this is the freaking demon. Yeah, okay. I'm not going to do that right now. There's a demon in there. I mean, I can't do it. Maybe I can? Actually, let's see. Famous last words here. Okay, my cunning is... I need both dex and cunning. For sure. Ooh, I can't do this. I want this. I can't do it yet, though. I can do this. 2-weapon fighting. Well, I have a bunch of good options. This way my backstab's better. Or automatic, in fact. Getting here is something I need to do eventually. So I can dump strength. And then this is also going to help my backstab. Do I care about... Yeah, I don't care about this one. I think this is actually... It was showing me as having this before, which was weird. I guess I figured out I don't actually have it. I think... Oh, gosh. I think... Oh, I can't get it. Why not? Yeah, it's acting weird about me having this skill. I can't understand. I don't understand if I even have it or not. Because I don't think I took it. But last time I played, it showed me having it. Now it's not showing me having it, but I can't pick it. I don't know what's going on right now. Oh, I can't pick anything because I'm not in the level up mode. That would explain it. Okay. But yeah, like I said, I need both dexterity and cunning. I think I'm going to take dexterity, right? Well, I'll take 2 and 1. Because eventually I'm going to swap off this gear that's giving me 2 dexterity. I'm sure I'm going to replace it at some point. So I'm going to need those 2 points to even use my bow. Where's my other? Sorry, folks. Where are my dexterity bonuses coming from? This is 2 of them. I wish it would tell you. Yeah, why do I have plus 4 to dexterity? What am I not understanding? Hold on. Oh, maybe it's for my specialization? Oh, I don't think I can look at that once I take it. Okay, Duelist gave me a plus 2 dexterity. Good thing I took that. I didn't even know that. Okay. So I'm not going to lose that. I have that. But I am going to lose the other plus 2 to dexterity I have if I ever change armor. So let's go 2 and 1. And yes, now I can't take coup de grace. I apparently don't have it, so I'll take it. And yes. And I guess if this is the demon fight, I'll do it now. I'm here. We now level... Let's just try it. I'm not sure I have... Okay. I think I need to get more information to know that I need to go here. If you know what I mean. It's alright, I can't do that now, which is probably just as well, because I'm probably not quite ready for that. Oh, that's where I was. Another random encounter. What do you know? Oh. Thought that was a random encounter. Just kind of skipped. Oh, I thought there was one of these that I could solve with something other than violence. That's ones that killed Roz. I don't know what that means. Let's get the main guy.
Wipe them out quickly! Not enough!
Okay, did that. Never gets in my way. Okay, switch to melee. With the back, with the dirty fight. And the backstab, which now is a larger area. Oh, Liliana, backstab buddies. Let me get behind this guy. Whoop. Shinga. Hey, who else wants to get in on a backstab party?
Begin the onslaught!
Everybody line up, please. One at a time.
Quick, shall we?
Somebody, oh, look at where these friggin' archers ran off to. I can get them. If they can hit me, I can hit them.
Going.
Tis your time to die. I am your death.
29, 31. I'm doing like about 30 points per shot.
battle
Yep, very consistent 30.
Now this should be fun. Now we get our hands
Yeah, we're romping through these. Not that it's a big deal. These are just thugs. I don't know who Roz is, though.
I'm sure you have your own business to attend to.
I forget what that's about. This an exit? Those are both exits. Okay. Ooh, the Pearl. Do I have that mission? No, I think I need to talk to... I think I actually need to talk to the surgeon to get the mission to go to the brothel. Alright.
Yes.
Next, back street. Back street's back. Alright.
You. We're about to send the boys to hunt you down. Boss says kill him.
That's it, huh? I really could have sworn there was one of these where I could talk to them. Alright,
Now
I
let's
take,
see.
take a step back and start
One first.
arching. Okay, this is the gang. Oh, this friggin' guy's in my way. Alright. Take a dirty fight. And... Oh, and that's it. And we knock this person down. Let's pile in on her. Yeah, if she's going after Morgan, that's a bad idea, because that's where your back is.
Shall we?
Morgan's like baiting these people into backside. Alright. I'll switch back to the bow.
Yes.
Oh, this should be good. You will learn to fear me.
Okay, these it's
right,
nice to have
okay.
archery. It's not a good skill, but
If you insist.
just because they use so many archers, it's nice to kill them without having to get in there. Morgan's where I am. Can you hit from this far, Morgan? You're just not going to do anything? That's fine.
Let me be.
Yeah, I think this hooded courier thing may be something I get later. I may have to go back and do this. So it's annoying when you get things in the wrong order. Unfortunately, I can't imagine I'm getting that much experience for these things because they're not that great. got a new quest off that. Is this the exit? It's Dirty Hovel. That's not where the demon is it? What's Dirty Hovel? Oh, in the alien niche. Because if this is the Blood Mage building, I don't want to fucking deal with it right now. That is tough. I don't want to do that until Morrigan gets a Mana Clash, and that's like a long time from now.
Yes? Oh? What was this about? I worried this might happen. I hoped it wouldn't be you who came for me. I have no choice. Forgive me, Warden, but I cannot go back with you.
Okay, this is just like the four of us against one yellow guy and a white guy. This shouldn't be a problem at all. I'll get the little guy.
Oh!
Oh. My bow? I didn't mean that. Oh, I'm sorry. There's two guys. Okay, backstab buddies. Oh, I don't have duelist.
Begin the onslaught.
Die already!
Yeah, that was one of the Blackstone Regulars quests. Anything back here?
And I'm off.
Yep, no big deal. Alright, yeah, we can turn all this stuff. Back to the Chanter's board. Okay, so yeah, this is the Blood Mage lair. So let's not do that. Then now, because I have Liliana, I should have the stealing. Huh.
As there is but one world, one life, one death, there is but one God, and he...
Those stung with 100 arrows, those suffering from ailments both great and small, his heart was strong, and he moved on.
What, no mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
The deep dark before dawn's first light seems eternal, but know that the sun always rises.
They shall be named Maleficar, accursed ones. They shall find no rest in this world or beyond.
I was getting to that part.
Oh, I thought... Oh, this sucks. I thought it would suffice to have someone on the team who has stealing. But this guy from the Thieves Guild, he's not going to appear unless I have stealing. Or stealth. I mean, I'll get stealth eventually.
They are sinners.
Blood and damnation.
Yes.
What? No mention of dessert? Surely this is a miracle.
So, alright, that sucks. I can't actually do the crime wave quest right now. Bah. Okay, I have more. I have more places I can go in the actual map. I'll just do that. Oh, Alistair, level up. Alright, well, what weird things did I do with the inventory? Requires 30 strength to wear this. What about the Juggernaut, bitch? 38. Which he has, but partially because he has a +2 helmet, which I'm going to have to take off. So you get +2 from the helmet. +2 from this thing. +1 to all attributes, that's 5. And then +1 to all attributes, that's 6, okay. Alright, so he needs 2 strength. And I'll give him 1 dex. And alright, he needs a little more dex for this. How much more? 2 more. So that's fine, he can get that next time. This well, though he can't get because he's not level 12. What level is he? 11, okay. Well, can't get them both next level. You know what? I think it would be good if he, rather than having Threaten always on, he used Taunt. Because he's going to... He can recuperate back Taunt once he spends it. But this is kind of always like going to keep his mana low. If it's always on. So as opposed to having him constantly have Threaten on, let's have him Taunt sometimes. Eventually we want to get up here too, but once we have mana class, actually anti-magic user stuff doesn't even matter because they just die. Okay. And Shayla's model is glitchy as usual.
As there is but one world, one life, one death,
But yeah, I'm anxious. I'm anxious to see how fast I shoot under these conditions. Refugees, Civil War, refugees. Is this a random encounter or did I get there? Feels like a random encounter. Which is strange because they're usually right in the middle. But okay. Time I almost got there, but not quite. Okay, wolves. Well, this is very random and unfortunately That could be a great bow opportunity. Alright, yeah, they're behind. Yeah, let me go to the flank. They're coming. They're coming very direct. Coming very direct. All right, people set traps for the wolves. Well, can't really help that right now, actually. Surrounded by wolves right there. Alright, called that. Alright, yeah, let me take my little damage bonus here. Whoa. That really does drain through your health, huh? Oh, I healed it back. What? Oh, did it turn itself off? I think it did. Alright, let me turn that mode off. You guys have got this, right?
Time to die!
I suppose that could have been worse.
Okay.
Trap. So simple to see, really. Don't look now. And I'm off.
Still very vexed that she tells her party not to look now when she sees a trap. Alright, that should be everything. Then I believe there's a sign over here saying, "Watch out for the wolves, we set traps." Yeah. Exactly. Okay, well, proceeding.
All right.
Where was I going? No, something about a caravan. Oh, okay. Oh, the fight's happening. There's magic users back here. Let's do that.
Too easy.
Yeah, let's...
This is fun. Oh,
Let's make this quick!
Oh, he drained life off me. Okay, now I got his focus. Now he's gonna fireball me. Alright. Can't help notice I'm not doing shit. Alright, let me get in his face. Oh, okay, now we're all here. That's good. Oh. Why'd that happen?
On it.
I don't know why I died there.
All right.
I'm sure I did a truly crappy job of saving any refugees. I see one guy over here, and I don't even know how he's alive. Hey, Kyle, what's up?
I suppose I'm not completely indestructible.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
I suppose
I
I'm
had
not
low
completely
health.
Indestructible.
I had low health, but I got hit with something, and I didn't see what. Maybe it was lightning.
Here I am.
Very well.
I might
But,
need a
yeah.
hand here.
And I'm off.
I might need a hand here.
Yeah, if my job was to save the refugees, I failed. Let's see. You defeated the Darkspawn in the air and rescued the refugees. Report the success of the treachery. Well, if you say so. Sure didn't look that way to me. Yeah, I need more tactic slots because my guys don't focus down magic users. They fuck around doing other things when if there's a magic user, you need to kill them. All right, let's do side mission number 2. Oh, I should have saved. What are these routes? I know there's no roads between these places, but is it really worth it to go
Get your
4
officers
times
off
farther?
Van Telman's land. We won't bend needle again.
Loghain is the regent. He demands your...
We're not Orlesian lickspittles. We owe no man our allegiance. Leave!
Take their lands by force, men. Regent's orders.
All right, so now we have some allies, as well as some enemies. Okay, let's see how this works. Oh, I'm hurt with cunning, which is actually bad for me. Who else got hurt? Morrigan with cunning, that doesn't matter. Okay, yeah, let's see how... Hopefully I don't get bum rush. Let's see how archery works. No, not duel. No, turn dueling on.
Here, kill it.
I want aim. Yeah, let's see how fast we can go with these soldiers. With these arrows, I mean. Now with the super bow, with Shale's powers. Let's see how this goes. 45. That was a bad...
If you insist.
My crits do a lot of damage. My regular hits don't seem to do much.
It's your time to die.
46. I guess if I crit though. Missed. I mean, my dex is not great. That's part of the problem.
I think we work well together.
Right. That time it seemed like most of these people survived, but they were soldiers, not refugees.
We showed those Loghain upstarts.
Damn right.
Huh.
All right. I guess Let's go back to dinner. Oh, these random encounters. I think the game kind of runs out of them eventually, and all you do is you meet old Tigran 9,000 times. It's really throwing them at me right now. Okay, I've got... Oh, I never used my injury kit?
Trap.
Okay. Let me move back here.
So simple to see, really.
And over there.
Down you go!
Why am I not... I can't hit shit. Okay. I think I do like 35 even with a regular hit. That seems okay.
Too easy! I shall do it.
Alright, let me clean up all this shit.
Trap. So simple to see, really. All right. And I'm off. Don't look now. All right. Huh.
So many. I may have stepped in that one. No.
Huh.
Okay, this is it, right? There's not actually... This is one of those random encounters where you wander through and do 5 different fights. This is it, right? Yeah. All right.
All men are the work of our Maker's hands, from the lowest slaves to the highest.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Without provocation to the least of his
Okay.
children, are breaded and
Oh, I have to
by
do
the
them.
Maker.
Oh, I have to turn them both in.
Blessed are the peacekeepers, champions of the just.
Would you stop correcting me?
Alright, alright. How much money do I have? 67. Not bad.
Chant like the
Oh, you know what? I probably need to go to camp and have a conversation with Alistair because he has not given me his personal quest yet. But I think he's high approval, so I should be able to do it. That's true. I need Alistair to taunt, and I also need Shell to disengage. Shell has so few things that I'm sure I'll get everything she has eventually. Alright, yeah, Alistair, buddy.
Something on your mind?
Oh! Alright. We could take it this direction too.
Not unless they were asking me for a favor. Well, there was that one time in Denerim, but those women were not like you. Why? Is this your way of telling me you think I'm handsome?
I feel like number 3 isn't true. He doesn't know that he's handsome. He has low self-esteem.
Oh, nothing much. I just get to grin a bit and look foolish for a while.
That was it?
At your service.
Okay, well now I have a new option. I'd like to discuss something private. All right, now we're getting somewhere, but let's do this first. I can ask him about his sex life. I've had that conversation as a man. Maybe it's the same conversation when you're a woman, or maybe... I'm going to leave that one.
Such as they are.
Yep.
About the Grey Wardens, anyhow. Fair enough. At your service.
I mean, we get along really well. I want to
course.
give you your personal quest.
You mean other than becoming a Grey Warden? You know, I asked Duncan this too, and all I got was, "You'll see." I have other lines for you. Trust me.
Oh,
It's not
okay,
that Duncan
okay.
wants to keep it a secret. It's just that the Grey Wardens don't discuss it.
All right, he sounded
I
interested
gather
right
it's not
there.
a pleasant topic. The first change I noticed was an increase in appetite. I used to get up in the middle of the night and raid the castle larder. I thought I was starving. I'd slurp down every dinner like it was my last. My face all covered in gravy. When I'd look up, the other Grey Wardens would stare, then laugh themselves to tears.
Ooh, I need to change his armor. That was the point of increasing his strength. Anyway.
More like an initiation. They all went through it too. Oh, and then
Oh, this armor looks
there were
awesome.
the nightmares. Duncan said it was part of how we sense the Darkspawn. We tap into their, well, I don't know what you'd call it, their group mind. And when we sleep, it's even worse. You learn to block it out after a while, but at first it's hard. It's supposed to be worse for those who join during a blight. How is it for you? Some people never have much trouble, but that's rare. Others have trouble sleeping their entire life. They're just more sensitive, I suppose. Everyone ends up the same, though. Once you reach a certain
Oh,
age,
does my character not know this yet?
nightmares come. That's how a
Probably
Grey
not.
Warden knows his time has come. Oh, that's right. We never had time to tell you that part, did we? Well, in addition to all the other wonderful things about being a Grey Warden, you don't need to worry about dying from old age. You've got 30 years to live, give or take. The taint, it's a death sentence. Ultimately, your body won't be able to take it. When the time comes, most Grey Wardens go to Orzammar and die in battle rather than waiting. It's tradition.
I feel like this is what my character would
You'll
respond
always
to
find
first.
Darkspawn down where the dwarves are. The oldest Grey Wardens head to the deep roads for one last glorious battle. Not that there's a shortage of Darkspawn during a blight, but that's the tradition. The dwarves respect us for it. And you wondered why we kept the joining a secret from the new recruits. And there you have it. I suppose it is. We're the only ones who can stop the blight, however. Is there a price too high to pay for that? You know, Duncan, he started having the nightmares again. He told me that in private. Well, a time will come. Well, I guess he got what he wanted. I just wish it had been something worthy of him.
Bit of a glitch there. He got what he deserved. Goddamn. Why would I say that?
I think so. Ending the blight should make this all worthwhile, right?
Why is your speech glitchy, Alistair? It better not be when we're getting it on.
At your service. Of course.
Okay, yeah, I did all this. Except for asking him about being a virgin, which I don't want to
At your
do
service.
before I do this.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right? Fair enough. Off we go then.
Before I do this, let's check he approved of me just talking to him and then saying, never mind. Before we do this, let's just see. 43 interested. Is that higher than anyone else's? Yeah, it's gotta be. Do we have any gifts while I'm thinking about this? Ooh, I do. Okay.
Flowers? For me? They smell lovely, and there's something so familiar about them. These were my mother's flowers. She would sprinkle the dry petals amongst her clothes. Oh, they smell just like her. Thank you so much.
Okay, great. I had one for Alistair. A demon statuette, which is very weird. If I didn't have this mod, I would totally think this was for Morrigan, but it's not.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
Is that for me? Really?
He cares. He went from interested to care.
Wow!
And he improves his constitution. You're gonna need it, buddy.
Yes?
And he changed his greeting.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right?
So do I come on to him, or do I sort of tell him, oh, I like you? Or do I just go for it? I kind of feel like he's the type of person who, you know, he's not take charge. As a matter of fact, Morrigan has called him out for, like, why aren't you, you're the senior Grey Warden, why aren't you in charge? Why do you put her in charge? I think he likes me being in charge. So I think I'm gonna just go for it.
Oh, you want to right now?
All right,
Well,
good choice.
Who am I to refuse? Yes.
That's it, huh? All right.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right? Fair enough. Off we go then.
All right. I think now we need to have a conversation about
Yes.
his experience.
Of course. Never what? Had a good pair of shoes? I'm not sure I do. Have I never seen a basilisk? Ate jellied ham? Have I never licked a lamppost in winter? Make fun of you, dear lady? Perish the thought. Well, tell me, have you ever licked a lamppost in winter?
Oh, he turned it around on me. He wants to know how experienced I am. Well, I obviously don't know the answer to that. I know I had a boyfriend. So, I mean, I guess I could say number one. But I feel like we both know what we're talking about. I'm gonna go number three.
Just the once? And you didn't lose half of your tongue in the process? I'm impressed. I, myself, never had the pleasure. Not that I haven't thought about it, of course. But, you know.
Okay, so far I believe this has gone the same way. Except that he said, dear lady. But otherwise, I think it's gone the same way it did when I was a male.
Well, living in the Chantry is not exactly a life for rambunctious boys. They taught me to be a gentleman, especially in the presence of beautiful women such as yourself. That's not so bad, is it? Of course you are, and you know it. You're
Oh, I
ravishing,
got this
resourceful,
guy.
and all those other things you probably hurt me for not saying. Let us be off then, lest your risque talk make my ears blush.
All right, I think I'm ready to pop the question here. I'm not sure he's going to say yes, but I think we're at the point where he won't flip out. Oop.
Yes?
He's so much taller than me. This is going to be a practical issue.
Well, we're in camp. Now's as good a time as any to talk, right? Your tent. Ah, I know most guys would probably leap at the chance to be with you, but I don't know if I'm ready for that. It's a big step. I guess that must make me sound like an idiot. I mean, turn down an incredible woman like you, I'd have to be. I guess I was just raised not to take this sort of thing lightly. I hope it hasn't put you off. All right, so, now that I've handled that with my usual deft brilliance, time to move on. And take a cold bath, maybe.
All right. I'm not going to... I did save it, but I'm not going to change it. That's what I did. I may have messed it up. All right. I also wanted to give me his personal mission. That's actually kind of more important.
Have I ever told you I really
Oh,
like
I
the way
got...
you wear your hair?
Whoa. I've got options right now. I'm not going to lead her on.
It's very nice, and it suits you. Simple. Not like the elaborate hairstyles we wore in Orlais. They involved flowers, ribbons, jewels. 1 year, feathers were all the rage, and Lady Elise decided she needed to outdo everyone else, and actually wore live songbirds in her voluminous hair. The chirping was quite charming for a while, but you must realize, terrified little birdies often have loose bowels. Yes, you can imagine what she looked like by the end of the evening. But I was trying to say something nice to you, wasn't I? Oh, forgive me. My mind wanders so. It's just that I feel so comfortable talking to you. Like I could say anything and you wouldn't judge me.
Yeah, let's emphasize the fact that we're friends.
Yes, very much so. I haven't felt this close to anyone in a long time. I really enjoy your company.
All right, well, pretty obvious what the option would be here if I wanted to pursue the romance.
Thank you. I am honored that you feel that way. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? Where did you hear this?
Where did I hear this? I thought it was from her.
And you believe everything you hear? Not all minstrels are spies. Most are just singers and storytellers. But some of them are what we call bards. Many use the two words minstrel and bard interchangeably, but to do so in Orlais would cause misunderstanding. Bards are minstrels and more. Spies, as you say. Some say there is a bard order, but I don't think this is true. Many bards work alone or in small groups, doing the bidding of a patron who pays for their services. If there is an organization behind it all, no one knows who they are. What do you think? They infiltrate, steal, sometimes assassinate? It depends on the bard.
Oh, I do
In
want her
Orlais,
to teach
there
me
is
Bard.
much rivalry amongst the highborn.
That shouldn't be a problem.
They
We
fight over
get
land,
along very well.
influence, and the favor of the Empress. But they cannot do this openly because it is impolite, and in public, they wear smiling faces and pretend to be civil. In secret, they plot and scheme to destroy each other. It is a game completely meaningless to anyone but its players. And I shouldn't I, after having spent most of my adult life as one? You've guessed as much, I'm sure. But does it really matter what I was? What's past is past. My skills served me well, but the day finally came when I decided to just put them aside. I found myself in Ferelden and sheltered from bad weather in the Chantry, and when the storm passed, I just did not want to leave. I like to say the Maker brought me here.
And that's it?
Something I can help with?
Can you teach me to be a bard? Yeah, okay. I mean, I can't right now.
That's an idea. I've watched you, and I do think you'd find some of my skills quite easy to pick up. Let's just go over there, away from the others, for safety, yes? I expect there shall be daggers flying about willy-nilly for a time.
Okay. I mean, I already unlocked
Something I
it,
can
but...
help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
Should we keep talking to her about spies, or is she
There
not
are
going to
many rumors about spies, or legion or otherwise. What are you referring to exactly?
Well, number 3 is mean. Number 1 and 2 sound kind of like romantic in a way. It's maybe I'm reading that into it.
I admit I have done many despicable things in my lifetime. I do what I have to do. So do you. So does everybody. Sometimes we must do terrible things to get what we want. If it is any consolation, I always try to use non-violent means to achieve my ends.
Right, because she's going to start talking about how she seduces people.
Some bards rely on torture to get what they want. It works effectively, as many will bend under the threat of bodily harm. But there are better ways, more subtle and kind. You will be surprised how easily a person will open up to you, even if all you offer is a listening ear. People respond eagerly to others who they believe understand them. They seek approval, friendship, sometimes love. This can be exploited. It is a game, one that can be won with little bloodshed if one plays well.
Why do all my answers have this offended tone? I don't care.
Isn't it? Everyone can be seduced by the right woman. The trick is predicting who she is and becoming her. Master the game, and no one can resist you. And rust his ashes. How she lies. I've seen the look she gives to Alistair. The downcast eyes, the coy smiles. Oh no, don't try to protest.
Did you see us kissing in full view of everybody? Because
maybe it is subconscious.
Don't remember us going anywhere.
But come, it is getting late and there is much to be done. Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind? My mother was from Denerim, and I consider myself a Ferelden. Mother served an Orlesian noblewoman who lived here when Orlais ruled. When Orlais was defeated and the common folk began to resent the presence of any Orlesian, the lady returned to Orlais. She took my mother with her. I was born in Orlais and did not set foot in Ferelden till much later. Mother was always telling me stories of her homeland. I think she missed it.
Why did she leave? Well, didn't she just explain it because she was the servant to someone who left?
She wasn't unhappy. We had a good life, and she liked Orlais well enough. I loved it, though. Valroyaux was so vibrant, colorful. Mother died when I was very young. Lady Cecily let me stay with her. I had no one else. She was quite old then, and she had me study music and dance to entertain her. It is unfair that I have more memories of Cecily than my mother. Strangely, the only thing I really remember of Mother was
all right, we're having this conversation in backwards
she kept
order.
Dry flowers in her closet amongst her clothes.
So
Small white Ferelden
she's telling me she wants this flower, which I just gave her.
Mother called them Andrastis Grace. They were very rare in Orlais. But enough about that. Let us move on. Something I can help with?
Yeah. Alistair and Leylon are so nice that basically no matter what you talk to them about, they give you a +2.
I miss Valroyaux. Unlike other cities where the people are the lifeblood and the character, Valroyaux was her own person, and her people little more than decorations. There was always music in Valroyaux, streaming from the many windows, quiet refrains and triumphant choruses, and always, floating above that all, the chant, coming from the Grand Cathedral. It was magnificent. Yes, I'm sure it is. But every city has a different personality. It is hard to describe. You have to be there. Of course, there are good things and bad things about Orlais, like anywhere else. Sometimes I miss it dearly, and sometimes I'm glad I'm rid of it. And you will laugh at this, but I miss the fine things I had in
She's
Orlais.
going to start talking about shoes.
I left behind much, leaving Orlais. But there is more to life than dresses and furs. It is sad that many have lost sight of this. Orlais is very fashionable.
Yep, I
almost
remember this.
ridiculously so. But the shoes. Living with those ridiculous trends was worth it for the shoes.
All right, we both love shoes.
When I left Orlais, The fashion was shoes with delicate tapered heels and embellishments in the front. A ribbon, perhaps, or embroidery. In soft colors, of course. It was spring. I had my eye on a pair my shoemaker was working on.
I'm
It was
getting the
covered in
impression my
pale blue
responses
silk
don't matter
with
right
amber
now.
beads on the toe. The shoes made in Olay were exquisite. Not at all like these clunky fur-lined leather boots you have in Ferelden. Ugh, just look at them.
Yeah.
They're sturdy shoes, but sometimes a girl just wants to have pretty feet. Oh, I could talk about shoes all day, but we have things to do, don't we? Something I can help with? Yes? What's on your mind?
I think I did all these.
All right. It is my job to spin yarns after all.
Yeah. All right, well, we got a lot done there. What's my approval with you? Okay. Ooh, she can level up. Okay, I mean, she needs... maybe give her just a little more strength so she can wear a little better armor. And... you know what? It's fine. And yeah, she's the one who needs to have trap making so we can do that quest. And well, she doesn't need lockpicking. I have lockpicking. Ooh, this would be good. This would help my archery. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Who else we got? Sten? Probably not much.
Yes. I am hardly surprised.
Yeah.
Very well. As you wish.
Too bad, buddy. I just don't do much with you.
It doesn't have better things to do. On then.
Yeah, she still doesn't like me much. $24. I mean, it's not terrible. I must have done all these, right? Good boy. Oh, Morgan. I always forget about her because she's hiding all the way over here like a weirdo that she is.
I await your command. So, full of questions, are you?
I'm sure I've asked her this. I mean, she can't teach me, obviously.
I cannot teach you, no. But any other mages that cared to learn, yes, I could do that. Send whoever you wish.
I'm not going to do that because it
I shall
sucks.
teach them what I can in the camp, provided they possess the will to even make the attempt. I await your command. We are in camp, so 'tis as good a time as any.
Nothing there, but Yeah, I think we get along well. She's lower maintenance when you're not romancing her. Anything I need to do? Ooh, I should drop my old bow off in the chest. I'm not going to do that right now. Yeah, I don't know why I didn't. Huh, right? Why is regular arrow it? Is that usually an inventory item? I feel like usually that's just like you have infinite arrows. Did something glitch? I feel like this shouldn't be in my inventory. Can I do that? I'm confused. Okay. Okay, yeah, you put on this armor. He's the juggernaut, bitch. I have the whole set, right? It really helps, yeah. Okay, great. And I guess we'll just put this on you for now. I will be asking for that helmet back, I promise you. But I'm not strong enough to wear it right now. Oh, and you can wear this. You can wear Alistair's hand-me-downs. Yeah, we could sell a bunch of this shit. Yeah, let's do that.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
All right, let's see. Grey worn helmet. Yeah, I guess that's okay. It's the same as this. Sell that. Sell. See, I got a leather and a studded leather. I don't have boots for either one. I'll just keep chainmail. No. All right. That's all the camp stuff I can think of. So now we can go to the loadery and give this woman her dumb traps.
Indeed.
Because we got that skill in Liliana now. It's weird. Those people, oh, they're still here. Yeah, this group of commoners who wants to kill you, but if you don't talk to them, they never bother you, apparently. That's weird. You just keep walking around them. All right. I'm doing this this quest to set traps. And then let's close this cage. No one will ever know. Then I just want to check the store because this guy, I think, has some useful recipes.
Hello.
My bow is literally bigger than I am, by the way.
I don't suppose you know anyone that can make traps. I would happily pay you to make some. There's wood and nails and other goods around the village and the forest. But you probably already know that. Sorry. Come back if you make some.
Okay, and she wants... three spring traps. First of all, do I have that? No. Second of all, can I make that? I don't think I can make three because I only have 2 metal shards.
Yes?
Oh, it has nothing to do with metal shards. It's trap triggers. Okay.
I do wonder, is it permissible?
I think Margie was bantering about my relationship with Alistair. I don't know if I cut it off.
Don't suppose you're looking to buy something? All right. Just don't buy everything up.
Do you have trap triggers? Okay, I'm really hoping the bartender has them, because otherwise this is going to be way more trouble than it's even worth. Is this guy the bartender or
have food to sell?
whatever the hell he is, the innkeeper? Okay, yes, he has as many trap triggers as you want, which in this case is 3. And what do you have? I think I got the recipes I need. Oh, lesser injury kit. Oh no, I need these recipes. Lyrium potion, yes. Lesser injury kit, yes. How many flasks do I have? How am I doing with that? 50. Okay, plenty of those. What do you need to make stuff? Lyrium dust. Distillation agent. Okay, I doubt this guy's gonna have lyrium dust, but you can get some of this distillation agent.
I still don't have food to sell.
Not too many places have lyrium dust. Really, the only... I mean, he's got 3. The only place it has a lot is the Mage Tower, I think. But, what was... Oh, Distillation. Oh, he only has 4. Okay. Can't really do much with that. I think the guy in the Elf Village may have a lot more in terms of supplies.
So what makes them Grey Wardens so special anyhow? Anyone can pick up a sword.
If they want to kill them darkspawn, I say let them, and make a bless.
Alright, let me make these three
Yes, my
stupid
friend?
traps. What's that noise?
Because they're damned useless.
Did you make any traps? Oh, what a relief. Thank you, stranger.
Alright. Now I'm going to leave, which means your village is going to be... And do the elf quest, which means your village is going to be destroyed. Sorry about all that.
Of all the...
Yes.
Wonder how high I need to get Alistair's approval before he'll stop being a gentleman and get down to business. He did kiss me. Oh, wait. Oh, I could have... Oh, I think I could have gone directly there.
It has become very close with the other Grey Warden.
Yes. I suppose I have at that.
I find this difficult to comprehend. It is whiny and weak and constantly laughing.
Then I guess a romance between you and I is completely out of the question. Hmm?
And the attempts at humor, I cannot understand how it is endured.
Well, maybe you should ask her why she likes me so much instead of bothering me with it.
It has a loud mouth. Why its head has not been crushed already is hard to imagine.
Or maybe you just happen to figure she likes me a lot more than you.
Don't be foolish.
Yes, I thought so. Just watch your step. Or
Are we saying the rock monster has a crush on me?
Stand over here now.
Is that actually where we're going with this? Oh boy.
Yes?
Oh, I didn't mean to do that.
What do you wish? I am no merchant.
Acid flasks. We will need them. Yes, I got several different bombs. This is going to be good for this fight. So switch between them. Distillation agent, I guess we'll take it. Okay. What can I do in terms of poison making? Not much. Ooh, oh, no. I'm wrong. A lot. Alright, I don't need it right now, though. But, yeah, wait. If I can just switch between all these bombs. When he misdirection hexes me. That's the best way I can think of to get around the misdirection hex. Usually magic users can't soak up all that much damage. I just have to get to him. And then after all that, it's one of those annoying fights where at the end you don't actually kill me. It's just like, okay, I give up. Okay, gotta get back. This is gonna take a while, unfortunately. This is a bunch of travel. There's no easy way to do this other than the fact that I didn't have to go through the elf village first. But I'm gonna need to go all the way back to where to the lowest level of the werewolf rune, so this is just going to be a bunch of travel. But I feel like I'm better prepared, I'm higher level. I got everything out of Lothering, so when I complete this quest and it gets destroyed, I won't have anything unfinished. I have this awesome amazing bow now. Alistair's got better armor. Hopefully this will go a lot better. Though honestly, I'm not seeing that much difference in the bow. I was hoping for like a super machine gun effect, but it's... I'm not feeling it so much. Of course, my party is bad at blocking things from getting in my way, and I have to switch over to melee quite often. Did this, right? Yeah, I must have done those because I got the Juggernaut armor. There actually is, I think, in here a secret door that I missed. Yeah. I thought something was going to happen to open them, but no, you just stand. You just have to stand close enough to them.
Yes.
And I think the other one opens and they start coming at you from that way.
That That won't stop me. Oh, you want to die?
40 damage. All right, back to melee. 3 fight. Let's get around for the backstab. Wrong guy. Get the guy you can back to.
It wants to fight.
All right, that's secret door number 1. Number 1 and 2, I guess, because this one just opens. But there's nothing here. And secret door number 2 or 3, however you want to call it, is there.
And I'm off.
Not actually interesting at all. Okay. So I'm gonna go... Oh, just straight north? Or is this... No, I think I need to get... what's the difference? Let me see if I can skip a level. Hold on. Can I tell which revenants I've fought? Okay, I'm not entirely sure, but I think I can just go straight to the werewolf lair. Let's hope this works. save first. Wait. I could have sworn that said werewolf lair on the map. Fuck. Fuck you all. To go all the way around this entire map. Could have sworn that exit I just went down said werewolf flare, but okay. At least it's cool looking. This way. Sarcophagus. Well, it must not have anything worthwhile in it, or else it would have. Oh. Oh, I know what happened. Yeah, that's right. That was the one that I just jumped in the pool, and then I was like, "Oh, there's a sarcophagus there." Okay. Let's see.
Huh.
That's good, because I need a diamond for something I forget what. The game's slowing down. I wonder if it's going to handle this fight. Ooh, there are some ways I didn't go here. Okay. Not they're going to be able to do it till after the fight.
Stop! Brothers and sisters, be at ease. We do not wish any more of our people hurt. I ask you this now, outsider. Are you willing to parley?
We had this. I had this conversation already.
Not with me. I have been sent to you on behalf of the lady. She believes you may not be aware of everything you should be. She means you no harm, provided your willingness to parley in peace is an honest one.
It wishes to speak to these creatures. What is the point? We've slaughtered our way this far. What's a bit further? Fine. Arguing with that logic will just give me a headache, I swear.
Follow me. But I warn you, if you break your promise and harm her, I will come back from the Fade itself to see you pay.
Usually I pick every conversation option, but I just had this conversation.
I bid you welcome, mortal. I am the Lady of the Forest.
Alright, it doesn't matter.
Do not listen to her, lady. She will betray you. We must attack her now.
Hush, Swift Runner. Your urge for battle has only seen the death of the very ones you've been trying to save. Is that what you want?
No, my lady. Anything but that.
And the time has come to speak with this outsider, to set our rage aside. I apologize on Swift Runner's behalf. He struggles with his nature. Truer words were never spoken. But few could claim the same as these creatures, that their very nature is a curse forced upon them. No doubt you have questions, mortal.
I'm gonna
There are things that
try to get to the
Zathrian
point
has
as quickly
not
as
told
possible. Because we just had this conversation. But I probably need to ask her something in order to get to the
It was Zathrian who created
negotiation
the curse that these creatures
point.
suffer. The same curse that Zathrian's own people now suffer. Centuries ago, when the Dalish first came to this land, a tribe of humans lived close to this forest. They sought to drive the Dalish away. Zathrian was a young man then. He had a son and daughter he loved greatly. And while out hunting, the human tribe captured them both.
The humans tortured the boy, killed him. The girl they raped and left for dead. The Dalish found her, but she learned later she was with child. She killed herself. Zathrian came to this ruin and summoned a terrible spirit, binding it to the body of a great wolf. So Witherfang came to be. Witherfang hunted the humans of the tribe. Many were killed.
As I said last time, I'm curious to do this the other way, when I presumably will actually get to see Witherfang, because I'm curious about that, but
twisted and savage, just as
It's definitely the wrong answer to this
So the Dalish leader
issue
misled us.
to
Are
fight
you
the
really
werewolves.
surprised? You?
No, just trying to picture his little elf head squishing. Ah, there we go.
They were driven into the forest. When the human
Even
tribes
Shell
finally left for
understands
good,
that this
their
guy's an
cursed
asshat.
remained, pitiful and mindless animals.
Until I found you, my lady. You gave me peace.
I showed Swiftrunner that there was another side to his bestial nature. I soothed his rage, and his humanity emerged. And he brought others to me. In part, we seek to end the curse. The crimes committed against Zathrian's children were grave, but they were committed centuries ago by those who are long dead. Word was sent to Zathrian every time the landships passed this way, asking him to come, but he has always ignored us. We will no longer be denied.
We spread the curse to his people, so he must end the curse to save them.
Please, mortal. You must go to him. Bring him here. If he sees these creatures, hears their plight, surely he will agree to end the curse. Tell him if he refuses, I will ensure that Witherfang is never found. He will never cure his clan. Outside of this chamber, the passage leading back to the surface has been opened for you. Return with Zathrian as soon as you can.
Somehow Shell approved of that.
And I'm off.
Yeah, I think there is one optional Revenant fight I can do down here now. Can I do that now, or is that for after? This is the way out, right? Think of this. Passage to upper level. All right. So yeah, let me go. I need to go. Why'd that happen?
Huh. Yes.
Oh, these are the guys who just talked to me about. Go see our leader. I think the optional fight might be in here. Ancient texts. Short bow. Nope, I'm wrong. Is it? Oh, I haven't been on the west side of this. Okay. around. These rooms look very similar.
Yes.
Oh, phylactery. All right, that's it. Can't believe there's a lock I can't pick. It's outrageous. I mean, first of all, there was nothing worthwhile in there. At level 3 lock picking and 39 con. I'm very surprised. It doesn't matter. It was a useless thing. How about this one? Yay! Oh, and I shell levels. Yeah. Okay. You can get more strength, and oh, needs more dexterity actually. Needs a lot more. 18. It's a lot more dexterity. All right, let's get going. And now take this. All right. Now, did I really do? I undid a lot of progress when I left this place last time. Because I must have done this fight last time and now I'm doing it again. It's hilarious how many fights in this game are just you disturb the dead thing. Now you have to fight. You could have just not disturbed the dead thing. He's gonna pull summon. Pull Alistair, that's great. Oh, gotta get near Shale.
Oh!
How are you missing?
You will swing satisfyingly beneath my foot.
Am I even hitting? Oh. I see what's happening. Morgan's staff is cold. I think I have another staff. Yep, switch.
All right. You will learn to fear me.
Alright, I'm doing 46 damage. Oh, it's immune. It's immune to whatever her other staff is too. Alright.
Look over there. Another battle I see.
It will hurt. Let's grab some glory.
Not enough. Trust me and you shall pay.
Alright, my rate of fire is pretty good, honestly.
Begin the onslaught. Oh, time to play?
All right, let's go!
Alright, he's immune to a lot of things. So Morgan didn't do much except the hexes, which are big. Alright. So yeah, let me, while I'm thinking about it, change tactics so that we need to go after magic users. Because I want to bum rush this stupid fucking guy. This idiot who is causing this problem. And let's just change this for now. Gonna have to remember to change it back. Ooh, maybe she should. Yeah, maybe she should Winter's Grasp if he's gonna be. Or Lightning. Yeah, let's do Lightning if he's gonna be vulnerable. Alright, that should be fine. As long as everyone goes straight for the magic user, we'll be okay.
Going.
Whoop. It's not what I meant to do. I meant to see if this werewolf has anything to say, which he does not. I guess you're kind of the talking one, right?
The passage just outside of this room is open to you now, and it will lead you to sunlight. Go, and return quickly. We are eager to
Yep. No, don't forget that treasure pile. I could have forgotten it. That is a good reminder, though, to use my poisons and flame arrows and shit. So yeah, this is a fun thing the first time you play the game. Now it's not a surprise, obviously, when they're like, go back to the elf village. And you're like, okay, I have to go back all the way back through this entire thing. But then the guy's just standing right here.
Ah, and here you are already.
What is he saying?
I am a keeper, with access to powers your king has long forgotten. I was never barred from this place.
I don't like this one. Can we not simply crush its head?
He wishes to see if we did his work for him. Is that not why you were here now, sorcerer?
Do not call me that, witch. I am keeper of this clan, and have done what I must. Did you acquire the heart? So you wish to play games? I can sense you do not have it. Why are you leaving the ruin? Oh, is that what the spirit calls herself now? And what does she want with me, if I might inquire? I send you to kill Witherfang, and now they have turned you against me. Interesting. You do understand that she actually is Witherfang? Perhaps not lied as much as did not clarify. Witherfang is part of her, but also separate. She is the powerful spirit of this ancient forest that I summoned long ago and bound in the body of the wolf. Her nature is that of the forest itself, beautiful and terrible, serene and savage, maiden and beast. She is the lady and Witherfang both, two sides of a single being. The curse came first from her. Those she afflicted with it mirrored her own nature, becoming savage beast as well as human. They attacked my clan, and they were the same savages then that they have ever been. They deserve to be wiped out and not defended. Come, I will accompany you back to the ruin. Let us go and speak to the spirit, and I will force her into Witherfang's form. He may then be slain and the heart taken. All they want is revenge, or a release that I will not give them. No, let us take the heart and end it. Even so, they are still the same worthless creatures that their ancestors were. They deserve nothing more than the misery they possess. This is not your battle, Grey Warden. Let us just take the heart and be done with it. No, Witherfang's heart will cure the hunters, but it does not end the curse. The curse is more powerful than that. And even if I could, I would not break the curse. These savage beasts deserve their existence. I will do nothing to help them. Ever. You were not there. You did not see what they did to my son, to my daughter, and so many others. You are not Dalish. How can you know how we had to struggle to be safe? How could I have let their crimes go unanswered? And what if it is revenge they want, and not talk? Will you safeguard me from harm? I fail to see the purpose behind this, but very well. It has been many centuries now. Let us see what the spirit has to say.
Maybe there was a quicker way I could have gotten there. I don't know. I wanted to make sure that we were negotiating and not. I don't know. Maybe you end up negotiating no matter what you choose, but I didn't want to arrive at some other weird solution where I fight him right there. Although I think I have the option to threaten to fight him right there. Or he walks away or something.
So here you are, Spirit.
She is the Lady of the Forest. You will address her properly.
You've taken a name, Spirit? And you've given names to your pets? These beasts who follow you?
It was they who gave me a name, Zathrian. And the names they take are their own. They follow me because I help them to find who they are.
Who they are has not changed from whom their ancestors were. Wild savages, worthless dogs. Their twisted shape only mirrors their monstrous hearts.
He will not help us, lady. It is as I warned you. He is not here to talk.
No, I am here to talk, though I see little point in it. We all know where this will lead. Your nature compels it, as does mine.
It does not have to be that way. There is room in your heart for compassion, Zathrian. Surely your retribution is spent.
My retribution is eternal, Spirit, as is my pain. This is justice, no more.
Are you certain your pain is the only reason you will not end this curse? Have you told the mortal how it was created? And so he did. Witherfang and I are bound as one being, but such powerful magic could not be accomplished without Zathrion's own blood. Your people believe you have rediscovered the immortality of their ancestors, Zathrion, but that is not true. So long as the curse exists, so do you.
No! That is not how it is!
Yeah, I always thought that this idea that they would become immortal again if they stopped hanging out with humans sounded sketchy.
No. The curse has a life of its own, though Zathrion's life depends on it. His death plays a part in its ending, however.
Then we kill him! We tear him apart now!
For all your powers of speech, you are beasts still. What would you gain from killing me? Only I know how the ritual ends, and I will never do it.
Ha! You see? We must kill them all!
See? They turn on you as quickly. Do what you have come here to do, Grey Warden, or get out of my way.
We're standing for what's right here, no matter what.
Then you die with them. All of you will suffer as you deserve.
Do the werewolves not fucking do anything while I'm busy with this? And I need to switch some melee. Move over a bit.
Going.
He's gonna misdirection hex on who? On Shell. Okay. I will totally take that. Last time he did me, and that was a big problem. If he wants to do Shell, that's terrific. Because I will dirty fight you and just backstab you till there's no tomorrow. Mind Blast, okay. That's... Oh, oh, wow. Can I tell you something? That was great tactics by him. He stunned me, then he froze me. He took me right out. Alright, but that being said... I need a health potion real bad. And Morgan's dead. Yeah, please help me kill this fucking guy.
Little existence.
No, no more. I cannot defeat you.
Finish it.
Well, he put Morgan there.
Oh, somebody please kill somebody.
No, Swift Runner. We will not kill him. If there is no room,
Shell is so good.
How may we expect there to be room in his?
Glad I'm an archer just because it gives me an excuse.
Spirit. I am too old to know mercy. All I see are the faces of my children, my people. I cannot do it. Perhaps I have lived too long. This hatred in me is like an ancient, gnarled root. It has consumed my soul. What of you, Spirit? You are bound to the curse just as I am. Do you not fear your end?
You are my maker, Zathrion. You gave me form and consciousness where none existed. I have known pain and love, hope and fear, all the joy that is life. Yet of all things, I desire nothing more than an end. I beg you, Maker, put an end to me. We beg you, show mercy.
Somebody just kills somebody. Amazing.
You shame me, Spirit. I am an old man, alive long past his time.
Then you will do it? You will end the curse?
Yes, I think it is time. Let us put an end to it all.
It's over. She's gone, and we're human. I can scarcely believe it.
Again, I want to ask for rewards more often, but this is a weird time. Why would I think these people have any money or thing? Well, I guess I could have things. Nah, no, it ruins the moment. It ruins the moment.
We'll leave the forest, I suppose. Find other humans, see what's out there for us. It should be quite interesting, don't you think? Thank you. We'll never forget you.
Do you all have freaky eyes? I mean, it's fine, Morgan does. So does that complete that? Oh, so that doesn't even complete the mission. Right, I have to explain this shit to the elves. I forget exactly how this went. Can I please just tell me I can just leave? I think I have to go through one level instead of 2 levels. That's the most they'll give me.
Huh.
I'm glad I didn't have to kill all the trees, too. You just have to kill him. I didn't even realize that. Quote-unquote kill. I want approval points from Alistair, though. I don't want approval from Shell. I don't mind it, but I did a good thing. It's Alistair who should be happy about it.
All right.
Oh, thank you. Thank God I don't have to actually go all the way back through the forest. Okay.
It is done. Zathrian has banished all traces of cursed blood from the hunters. It is too bad that Zathrian had to die. I felt it when he departed. I think he was ready to go.
Yep, he was definitely ready to go. We totally didn't talk him into killing himself.
But Zathrian did not like to talk about that. Nonetheless, the curse is over, and no one else will be subjected to it. It will be difficult to fill Zathrian's shoes. He was our keeper for many centuries, and he will be sorely missed. But I am keeper now. Let me say it officially then. I hereby swear to uphold the terms of the ancient contract our people formed with the Grey Wardens. Call, and we shall come, with great speed and purpose, and we shall strike at your foes. This I swear. It has been a long time since the Dalish marched to war, but I trust that in the end, we shall make a difference for you.
Alright. It just saved, and I think that means I can finally open this fucking chest. Yeah. I think that may not even mean anything. It may just be a codex entry. Alright, how do you feel about all this?
You did it, outsider. You saved us from the ravages of the curse after all.
May the creators bless you, truly.
But Zathrian is lost to us.
I'm going to
After all these
go through
centuries,
this entire camp and
he died
tell
heroically.
everyone what a giant asshole this guy was.
Some things are better left unsaid, I gather. His will still be a tale worthy of telling Dalish children for many years to come.
That wasn't my point.
Now, Keeper Lanaya prepares for us to enter into war alongside the humans. I never thought I'd live to see the day. I, for one, look forward to fighting against these darkspawn creatures. Do you now? Let's hope you return and tell us all about them. As for you, outsider, I expect I'll be telling tales about the Grey Warden one day, hmm?
Alright. What about the couple I got back together? They're still gone? I guess so. I can't do that yet. I need someone in the party who has 2 levels in the survival skill. So, alright, we are done here. And you, I think, have nothing to say, even though I ripped off your outfit.
I understand we will be joining you in battle as soon as the hunters have recovered. I look forward to it.
She must serve some purpose. Maybe if you say the wrong thing when you're trying to get in here, you start a fight with her, because it feels like she should do something, but she doesn't.
So I take it you did not enjoy your Templar training?
That's directed at me, I take it.
Do you see any others about who have failed at their religious instruction?
I didn't fail. I was recruited into the Grey Wardens.
And if you had not been recruited, what would have happened instead?
I would have turned into a drooling lunatic, slaughtered the Grand Cleric, and run through the streets of Denerim in my small clothes, I guess.
Your self-awareness does you credit.
I thought you'd like that.
Let's see, what have I got in terms of... I can make things, that's good. Yeah, I think I'm going to do Circle of Mages next. So I have access to Lyrium. Now I have access to Elfroot. I can make health potions. After I do that, I'll have access to Lyrium, so I can make magic. So I can make mana potions. Alright, let's camp first. Because I do have to be set up well when I go in here, because once I go in, once you go in, you can't buy anything. That being said, I did install the Skip the Fade mod, so I'm not going to be doing that. I did it once. I saw
I
what it
lied
was.
to you, you know, about why I left Orlais.
What did she say the reason was? I guess she said this.
In a way I did. But these feelings were triggered by events which I did not tell you about. I didn't feel like talking about it then. What happened to me? Maybe it will affect us, maybe not, but you should know. I came to Ferelden and the Chantry because I was being hunted in Orlais. I was framed, betrayed by someone I thought I knew and could trust. Marjolaine.
You say
She
we
was my mentor
saw this
and
story
friend.
in her
She
DLC.
taught me the bardic arts, how to enchant with words and song, to carry myself like a highborn lady, to blend in as a servant. The skills I learned, I used to serve her, my bard master, because I loved her, and because I enjoyed what I did. You can say it was my fault. There was a man I was sent to kill. I was to bring Marjolaine everything he carried. I don't know who this man was. She gave me a name and a description, and I hunted him down. I found documents on his body, sealed documents. It turns out that they were. My curiosity got the better of me. Something told me that I needed to know what was in those letters. Marjolaine had been selling all kinds of information about Orlais to other countries, Nevara and Antiva among others. It was treason.
It's treason then. All of my answers are weird.
Some. But I had always assumed Marjolaine only operated within Orlais. This was an unhappy surprise for me. My life as bard taught me that my loyalties should be kept fluid. My concern was not that she was a traitor, but that her life would be in danger if she was caught. Orlais has been at war with so many countries, it takes a harsh view of such things, as I later discovered. I should have left well alone, but I didn't. I had to tell Marjolaine
When
I
she's
feared for
telling
her
stories,
life.
I feel like it
She
doesn't
brushed
matter
aside my concern.
what I answer.
She admitted her guilt, but said it
So
was in the
it's
past.
not
That is why
shut
the
up and stop
documents had to
talking.
be destroyed, she said. I believed her. I kept believing up till the moment they showed me the documents, altered by her hand, to make me look the traitor. The Orlesian guards, they captured me, did terrible things to make me confess and reveal my conspirators. It was a traitor's punishment I endured, and at the end of it, all that awaited me was eternity in an unmarked grave. The skills Marjolaine taught me were good for something at least. I broke free when I saw the opportunity. I did not seek Marjolaine out. If she thought I was coming for her, she would have me caught again. I was tempted to confront her. I was furious, betrayed. But what could I do against her? And so I fled to Ferelden, to the Chantry and the Maker. Ferelden protected my person, and the Maker saved my soul. And that is the reason I am here. The real reason. No more lies between us, at least in this.
I feel like number one's a legitimate question, but kind of implies that... I don't like the implication of it.
It feels good to have this off my chest. Thank you for listening and understanding.
It implies that I don't care about her situation. I only care about if it...
I was just thinking about what happened to the elves, and
puts me in danger.
I'm reminded of a song sung to me many years ago. It was when
You
my
weren't.
mother
You weren't
died,
even there.
and this wise elven woman comforted me and told me that we shouldn't fear death or hate it. Death is just another beginning. One day, we must all shed our earthly bodies to allow our spirits to fly free.
Well, that's what religious people think, and I guess I think this.
And thus you embark upon another journey. Death is just the gateway.
That's right. Oh. We're doing this. So it's this elvish, not Elvis, but elvish. Morgan's like this idiot. I like my character model. She's so cute. They should show her playing her instrument, though. If I lived in a musical, that's what would have happened. Oh, right. What do these people want?
You witnessed the rarest of things, Warden. The Dalish stand ready to defend Ferelden. We have assembled on a short schedule. Certain factors of equipment could be better. Crafting components would serve best. Basic ones like elf root and deep mushroom.
Oh, yeah, I don't want to give you any of that. No, death root is good too. I'll give you metal shards. I can do that. Yep, good luck with those metal shards. I'm sure that's going to win the war.
You'll have the best equipped army Ferelden has ever seen.
Yep. That just guaranteed it. How are we doing with approvals? Alistair. She's coming around. I should talk to her. Shale may have... Can't do much with Stent. It may have gone up to the next level with Shale. Let me see if I did.
It speaks. It doesn't have better things to do. On then.
Oh well. Okay. Weapons. I should go to the storage chest. We could sell this. We could sell this. Dalish armor. What am I wearing in terms of... I have it, but it's better. Okay. Alright, I feel like I can basically sell. Sell!
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Oh, he sells distillation aid. Okay, that is good. Songbook. Does this actually do anything? Let me check. I mean, they keep it in a chest, and if you open that chest, the whole tribe turns against you, so you would think it does, but I actually don't think it does. Oh, you can trade it to the hermit, but I already had a book to trade him. Alright, I think I could sell that. It's just a red herring, basically. I'm hanging on to this blood dragon plate, even though I'm not going to use it. Yeah, I should get over to the storage chest. I'm running out of time anyway. Do I have any more minor things I can do before I do that? Let me buy some of this stuff. Let me check here. No, actually, nope, changed my mind. I got... Alright, I can't do much about that. This. about I don't have any personal quests. I don't have any. Fuck, what am I doing wrong?
Yes.
Indeed.
Yes.
All right, let me get here. Nope.
I bring word, sire. There are demands from the Banorn that you step down from the Regency.
Space?
They are said to be gathering their forces, as are your allies. It appears it will be civil war after all, despite the Darkspawn. Pity. I also have an interesting report. There seem to be Grey Wardens who survived Ostagar.
Yeah, I deliberately
How, I
sent a
don't know.
message
But they will act
saying, watch out,
against
I'm
you.
coming for you, so this is not
I have arranged for
intelligence.
a solution, with your leave.
The Antivan Crows send their regards.
An assassin?
Against Grey Wardens, we will need the very best, sire.
And the most expensive.
Just get it done.
So I guess this triggers once you have done one of the main quests.
Yes.
Alright, throw my shit in here.
What can I do for you, Warden? Certainly.
Alright, let's just see if I can make it to the magic tower. If I do, I'll stop there. If I get a random encounter, I'll stop there, but this will be it, whatever it is. It certainly seems like a random cat. Is it going to be Zevran right now? I feel like it doesn't happen instantly. Maybe I'm wrong. It's amazing this game hasn't crashed yet. Oh, it is. It is this.
Oh, thank the Maker. We need...
Alright. Alright, so yes, she said, oh, come help me, I'm being attacked, and this is where I walk into a trap where Zevran that tries to kill me. So we'll do that next time. Because I have to go. But thanks very much for watching, and we will proceed next time with Zevran, who will immediately hit the bench and go into the Circle of Mages, minus the Fade, because we're skipping it. So, tune in for that if you would. Thank you very much.